What's up, gang?
Hey, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Hello, lady.
Here we are.
No, I didn't see her message. All right, gang. All right, guys. Let's get you guys started. Um, we're gonna start with grab a minivan. That was better. All right, guys. So, minivan. Hey, you ready? You ready? She's gonna be over there, please. Cameron, I'll put you right here. And then Sandra, you're gonna be right over there. All right, so minivan. We're gonna take the minivan. We're gonna put the minivan on around our knees. Yep. So, band, you can also use a long band. We're gonna stick with the minivan if you have one. So we're gonna take the minivan. I'll give you this one, Karen. Put it around our knees. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 30 seconds of hip ups, keeping tension on the band, and then we're gonna keep our hips in the top position and we're gonna take our knees in and out for 30 seconds. Okay? So 30 seconds hip ups, 30 seconds ABDs. I will time you guys. 3, 2, 1, go. So 30 seconds of hip ups. We're just driving our hips up and down. Keep tension on the band, please. All right, gang, give me the ABDs. So hold your hips in that top position, and you're just letting your knees come together, and then you're going to take your knees back apart. Just holding that top position, kind of a clamshell, kind of like a clamshell without turning on your side. You got another 10 seconds. Rest, gang. Go ahead, take that band off. Um, we're gonna flip over onto all fours. We're gonna go leg out, and we're gonna do some rotations. So my left leg is out, left hand. I'm gonna reach between right knee and right hand, and then rotate left hand to the ceiling. And I'm looking at my fingertips. Exhale as I do that, and then back down. Big reach. Give me 6 of those. 6, please. I'm gonna have you do this one next. Okay. And then I'll have you do yep. And I'm bring the band over so you can do it over here. Did you get 3 sets? Done. Good job, Linda. Sounds good. This Friday. 6 of those, gang. Then I'm gonna get you to lay down on your bellies, please. Thank you, thank you. Whew. All right, guys. So after you get those done, you're gonna lay down your bellies. And we're gonna do our prone Y, T, W, and I's. We're only gonna do it for 10 seconds. So we're gonna hold each position for 10 seconds. We got Y's first, T's, W's, I's. I don't really care the order you want to do them in. So if you want to do them in a different order, that's totally fine. But we're gonna start belly down. Y position, elbows locked, thumbs are pointing up. We're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go. So you just lift the arms up. Elbows locked, thumbs are pointing to the ceiling. 10 seconds. All right, give me a T. Arms are going to come out to the side. Thumbs are pointing to the ceiling. Elbows are locked. Give me a W. Elbows are going to come to your torso. Thumbs are pointing towards your shoulders. And then we're going to finish with our I. So elbows are close to ears, biceps, elbows are locked, biceps are close to ears, thumbs are up. Rest, gang. Let me get you to take a knee. So you're just going to take a knee. I'm going to have my chest a little bit down. Okay, so I don't want to be like this. I want to be like this. And I'm just going to rock everything forward and backward. I'm also digging my foot into the floor. And I want my foot a little bit to the outside of my knee versus like this. So I want it kind of like this. Okay. 8. So just rocking forward and backward, keeping that chest down, foot a little bit to the outside line of the hip. That'll give you a little more hip stretch. 8 of those each side. Once you guys are done with that, let me get you to stand up, please. What's that? Soft on your knee. So once you guys get that done, let me get you to stand up. All right, guys. So what we're going to do next, we're going to do some hand walkouts. So I'm going to bend my knees as much as I need to be able to get my hands to the floor. I'm going to walk my hands away from my feet until I get into a push-up position. And then I walk my hands back to my feet, sticking my butt up in the air, bend my knees as much as I need to touch my toes, and then I walk back out. 5 of those. As you walk the hands back to the feet, I want you to bend the knees as much as you need to touch the toes. 5. So you're going to rest after that. Gang, once you get 5 of those done, let me get you to just stand up. And for our laterals today, we're going to do a forward reach with a backwards reach. Okay. So that looks like this. So my legs are going to be in a lateral squat position. Just means feet outside the line of the shoulders. I like to turn my toes out a little bit. You can keep them straight ahead if you want to. Not a big deal. So this is what it looks like. So I'm going to rock over onto my right side. I'm going to reach my hands forward. I'm going to rock over onto my left side. I'm going to reach my hands forward. Then I'm going to stand up, reach my hands backwards. And you're going to do 5 of those. So it goes right side, reach forward, left side, reach forward, stand up, reach backward, let the hips come forward. 5. So hang out. Don't do anything yet. Well, just back for a ring. No, not yet. That's hilarious. You came back for your water bottle, but not your ring. That's hilarious. Once you guys get those laterals done, we're gonna do some self-love. See you, Linda. So self-love. So toe touches. I do want you to do these. So we got 2 minutes. We're gonna do each one of these for about 4 to 6 reps. If a movement is really challenging or really restricted, spend a little bit more time in that position. If a movement's really easy, don't spend a lot of time in that position. First one, toe touch. So I push my hips back, then I let my head and my spine round. Exhale as I reach my toes. We're going 4 to 6 of those. Unless you can just drop right down and touch your toes. In which case, if you can, then we're going to go on to our deep squats. So deep squats, we're looking for as low as you can get. Maybe the heels come up off the floor, maybe they don't. Either one is fine. But I do want you to be able to look straight ahead. So I don't want you to do this. If you're doing this, let your heels come forward. Or excuse me, let your knees come forward. Let your heels come up off the floor. Okay, because I do want you chest up, head up. So 4 to 6 of those, or you can just kind of rock back and forth. After that, arms overhead. So just like this, on our back, elbows locked. Again, 4 to 6 of all of these. Elbows are locked. Just taking the arms over top of the head. We're going to move our spine. So you're going to go against the wall and do that same thing. Okay. So on all fours. And then we're going to do some quadruped spinal waves. So I'm going to push my hands into the floor. I'm going to really focus on what I'm doing through my upper back. And then I'm thinking about trying to arch through my upper back. So I'm trying to go through a round in my upper back and an arch in my upper back. That's the area I want you focusing on, upper back. We got about another 20 seconds. We're going to squeeze our wrist love into that. So last thing we got, our wrist love, palms are down, fingertips away, fingers are spread, and we're just rocking forward and backward. About 4 times, 4 to 8. Then we're going to go palms up, fingertips towards us. Same thing, 4 to 8. Trying to keep elbows locked in all these positions. Then we're going to go palms down, fingertips towards us. Same idea, 4 to 8. All right, gang. Today is day 1, week 1, first day of brand new program. We got curls and side delt raises. So, Sandra, grab two 5s and 2 2.5s. Kara, probably 2 15s and 2 5s. So, as it's written, our curls are drag curls. This is the same thing that we did last phase. If you had some problems doing the drag curls last phase, you can either continue to work on them because they are a great exercise, or you can just say, you know what, I'm just going to do a regular bicep curl. All right. So your drag curls, 2 dumbbells, so dumbbell in each hand. I'm going to keep my hands stuck to my torso. I'll get you another one. Or 2.5 go. Oh, I see. So I'm dragging the weight up my torso. I'm keeping my hands right against my torso the entire time. Right? That's called your drag curl. Now, if you're having a hard time with that, let's say you're shrugging your shoulders too much or you're not really feeling it in your biceps, then just do regular bicep curls. Okay. We're going to superset that with side delt raises, full range of motion. Now, the way that you're going to do that, you're going to have a slight lean forward. Okay, so my torso is a little bit lean forward. Dumbbells are in front of my pelvis. Full range of motion is different for everybody. When I do this, I go all the way up and then slow on the way down. That might be too far for you. Your full range of motion might be to here, or maybe here, or maybe here, or maybe it's here. That's okay. Whatever your full range of motion is, I want you to go through that range of motion. But the emphasis on this is you're trying to go through the biggest range of motion possible for the side delt raises. Okay. All right. So we're going to do 3 minutes, 10 to 15 curls, 5 to 8 side delt raises, nice and slow on the way down for the side delt raises. Kind of fast on the up, slow on the down. So 10 to 15 curls, 5 to 8 side delt raises, slow on the down, 3 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. Feel okay? Can you come? Yeah, try. What you got, 5? Okay, try that. Think about coming all the way up. And then nice and slow on the way down. And let me know, obviously, if you have any pain. Feel okay? Yep. That's it. So 5 to 8 side delt raises. Slow on the down. Fight that down. 10 to 15 drag curls. Remember, gang, for your drag curls, you're dragging your hands up your torso. If your belly gets in the way, or if your other feminine parts get in the way, then you can just use your regular curls. Okay, just do regular curls, totally fine. Don't have to do your drag curls. And we are going 3 minutes. First day of this program, gang. We don't have to work that hard today. Today we're just trying to figure stuff out. Kind of like your first day of school. You're just trying to figure shit out. Trying to figure out where your classes are, where you got to go. We are about 2 minutes down. We got 1 minute to go. Great job, gang. We got 30 seconds. If you get 3 sets, don't do more than 3 sets. If you get 3 sets, it's awesome. Let's hope more for like 2 sets. But if some of you guys get 3 sets, that's great. We got about 10 seconds. Okay. A little pain. Okay. Gang, rest. Resty rest. I'm going to show them what to do, and then I'll show you what I want you doing. Okay. All right, gang. So next series. This is going to be for. We're going to go for a minute. maybe 90 seconds. We'll do 90 seconds. So we got crab hip ups or reach, and we have our beast crawls. All right. So our beast crawls or just beast position. There are two different ways that you can do this. So we want you in a beast position. So this is my quadruped position, which is basically like a Kara could stand on my back right now because I'm very strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my knees in line with my belly button, which kind of pushes my shoulders forward over top my fingertips. All right. This is your beast position. Now, the base position for this is just lift your knees up off the floor enough that you can slide your hand between the knee and the floor. Okay, that's your base position. Just hold that position. All right. As it's written, it's a walk or a crawl. Okay, that's your beast crawl. So that's as it's written. Now, you're either going to hold that beast position for up to a count of 20, or you're going to take 10 steps, either total or on each side. Obviously, each side would be a lot harder. So that's your first exercise. Second exercise. So we call this the crab position. Now, ideally, I'm looking for fingertips pointing behind me, but if you have to point them out to the side, that's totally fine. All right. So we're here. The base position would just be lifting your butt up off the floor. So same idea, my butt's off the floor about a hand distance. All right. You're going to hold that for up to a 20 count. As it's written, it's a hip up. So 5 to 10 of these, or a hip up with a reach. I drive my hips up and I reach. Okay. So here's how you're going to do that. For the beast, you're either going to hold it for up to a 20 count, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, your count, or you're going to take 5 to 10 steps on each side. Okay. Then you're going to go to your crab. You're either going to hold it for up to a 20 count, or you're going to do 5 to 10 hip ups, or 5 reaches on each side. Okay. We're going to go 90 seconds. All right, gang. 3, 2, 1, go. Nothing. Don't do anything yet. This one, for you want to think about doing it where you're like this, where you're trying to get your upper back off of the wall. That's okay too. Actually, even better for you would be like this position. Yeah. You got a lot of muscles back there. You're not doing anything. You're hanging out. We're going 90 seconds, gang. We are halfway done. Take these nice and slow. We got 30 seconds. Good job, gang. 20 more seconds. Nice and slow on this, no rush. First day of this program. Rest. Rest. So I'm going to take these guys through, and I'll tell you what you're doing. This time you are going to do something. All right, gang. So for my veterans, if you would have looked at the program today, you would have seen some different formats. So what we're going to do is today we're going to do all lower body exercises first, then we're going to do upper body exercises. Okay. And then Wednesday we'll do all upper body and then your lower body. So we're just kind of separating it out. So everything below the hips we're going to hit first today, and then we'll hit everything above the hips last. All right. So the first two exercises, we have foot elevated single leg hip up, or just regular hip ups, feet elevated. And then we also have a post lunge. We're going to do all one side first. All right. So here's what it looks like. So foot elevated hip ups. Get a chair, bench, anything you want really. The less of your feet on the bench. So this is easier. This is harder. Okay. So less feet on the bench, harder, or less of your body weight really. I want your knees about 2 fist distances apart. I want your feet 2 fist distances apart. And I want your feet pointing straight up and down. So try not to let your toes point out to the side. A lot of people do this. So think feet pointing straight up and down. And you're going to have roughly about a 90-degree angle at your knees. All right. So as it's written, it's single leg. So I take 1 foot up and then I drive my hips up by driving my heel down. If that's too hard, go 2 legs. If single leg is too easy, put a weight across your pelvis. All right. Every couple reps, you're going to probably have to adjust your feet and your hips because sometimes people have a tendency to kind of move across the floor. All right. So every couple reps, just make sure you're at about that 90-degree angle. So that's the first exercise. Single leg hip ups. Second exercise, posterior lunge. Big step backwards. So I'm here. I'm going to hold on something for a little bit of balance. I take a big step backwards. I'm keeping my chest a little bit upright versus angled forward. Angled forward gives me more glutes. Chest upright gives me more quads. I'm going for quads today with this exercise. All right. And then I drive back up. So I do all one side first, then switch the other side, and then single leg hip ups. All right, gang. 3 sets or about 6 minutes. Back and forth between those 2 exercises. 10 to 20 hip ups, 10 to 15 posterior lunges on each side, all one side first. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So what you're going to do you're going to do this first. So you're just here. Okay. You're going to reach down, grab a hold, stand up. Okay. 10 to 20. Do that first, and I'll give you a second one. For the hip up, we are looking for, in a perfect world, you would feel that in your glute and your hamstrings. Okay. I'm happy if you feel it in one of those areas. So if you feel it in your glutes, but not much in your hamstrings, that's okay. If you feel it in your hamstrings, but not much in your glutes, that is also okay. We can always work on improving the technique. For the posterior lunges, I want you, as much as possible, trying to get it through your quad for the posterior lunges. So it's a big step backwards, and your chest is going to stay relatively upright. The more your knee comes forward over top of your toes, the more you're going to feel that in your quad. All right. How'd that feel? Okay. Yep. Good. After that, you are yeah, you're gonna do them like this though. So you're kind of gonna be like, so I want you to kind of like have a lean forward like this. Okay. Not like this. And I want you, butt. Okay. And you can kind of use the wall a little bit for some balance. Okay. But I want you in that lean forward position. So you want to think heel down, hip up, and pull in hip up position pull heel to butt. And that should give you like 80% hamstrings. But you're really thinking about trying to pull your heel to your butt and the hip in the top position. Give me up to 20 on each side. Okay. Feel a little more? Yeah. 6 minutes, gang. Don't worry too much about your set today. Today, your job, your goal for today's workout, feel the workout out. See what kind of resistance you have to use in order to make the exercise challenging. Work on your technique for new exercises. Today will be referred to as a deload week. Yep. And ideally rest before you do it. Yeah. So ideally you'd want to rest like 30 to 60 seconds between each exercise. Remember, the goal is for you to leave today not feeling run down and tired. Okay. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good thing. Remember, gang, for the posterior lunges, the more the knee travels towards the toe or even over top of the toe, the more quad you're going to get, but no knee pain. So if you're feeling any knee pain with those lunges, please let me know. We have 90 seconds, guys. A little less than 1 minute, 50 seconds. Good job, guys. Almost done. Today should be easy. 30 seconds. Today should be easy unless it's like your first workout that you've done in a long time, in which case today's gonna be a little bit harder. That's your tax. It's your sedentary tax you have to pay. Great job, guys. Gang, finish whatever it is you're doing. Wrap it up. That is 6 minutes. Make sure you're equal on both sides. All right, gang. So, Danger, after that, rest. Now we got a lower body exercise and an upper body exercise. So the first movement we're going to do is going to be lateral lunges, and we're going to do 1.5 reps. All right. So what that looks like. Ideally, I want this in the quads and the glutes. Now, if you're working on your lateral lunge technique, then just work on the technique. Don't worry about trying to feel it in the quads and the glutes. If you feel pretty confident with your lateral lunges, I do want you to try and feel it in the quads and the glutes. So lateral lunge, basically I just start feet together. I take a big step out to the side, and I'm going to push my butt back while also driving my knee forward. So I'm not just pushing my butt back, and I'm not just driving my knee forward. I want to do a combination of both. And the reason why I want a combination of both is because when the knee comes forward, I get some quads, but when the butt goes backwards, I get some glutes. So I want a combination of both of those. All right. So you just take a step out, and I want the butt to go back a little bit. I want the knee to come forward a little bit, and then we drive back up. You can hold a weight in both hands. You could hold a weight at chest level. You could hold one weight at hip level. Doesn't really matter. You could also do this as a lateral squat, meaning just keep your legs in this position versus actually taking a step. So that's your first exercise. Second exercise, twisting, supported row, or tripod row. So basically, we do this with a band. I step inside the band. I'm going to grab a hold of the opposite foot, or excuse me, opposite hand, and I'm going to twist as I row. Okay, so I'm basically just twisting, palm away as I do my row. If it's with the dumbbell, it's the same thing. I twist palm away at the top. Or you could do a tripod row, which is basically like this. Okay, so either one of those exercises are totally fine. So we're going to do same idea, 6 minutes. 10 to 20 for the lateral lunges, each side. Do all one side first. 15 to 25 for the rows. 6 minutes. Looking for about 2 sets. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Sandra. So after that, you're going to rest 2 minutes. Yep. Yeah, not easily make it higher, but we can make it higher, yes. Sandy, my at-home Sandy. So do that same thing, except you're gonna step, and instead of kind of like reaching like this, I want you to reach your hands straight ahead. Very similar to what we did in the warm-up. So think step, my toe tells me where to reach my hand. So my toe's pointing that way. That's where I want to reach my hands. And then back up. Okay. Rest. 2 minutes. I'll tell you what to do next. Yeah. I'd probably go with a dumbbell for you. So grab a, you can try a 15. 15 will be okay for today. It's kind of light, but it'll okay for today. And you're going to be in this position. So just kind of like grab a hold, or you can lean on it. This staggered position, you're going to start with your palm towards your leg. And then as you pull up, you're going to rotate palm away. Yep. But think about rotating. Do that again. So as you pull it up, you're going to rotate and then back down. Yeah, like that. Now I want you to think about using this, not your bicep. For the row gang, try not to use too much of your bicep. Try not to use too much of your tricep. You're trying to pull the weight towards you, not bend your elbow to bring it towards you. Rest, not you. You keep going. You keep going. But you rest. Big thing for you is making sure that you're resting probably a minute between each exercise. You're always going to feel good when you're working out because your body thinks you're dying. Blood pressure goes up. I mean, all of these really crazy things happen. And if you were to go to the hospital and you say, man, I just had this thing, my blood pressure went up and I was breathing hard and I was sweating and like my pupils were dilated and oh my gosh, I just felt like I was gonna, they're gonna be like, oh, holy shit, you just had a heart attack, right? It's like, nah, I was just working out. So you're gonna feel good when you're in the moment of working out. And that's one of the problems that we're having is that you feel really good when you come in and you spend way too much energy in here and you don't have the energy out there. So that's where you need to rest at least a minute between exercises. It won't always be like that. Eventually you'll be less resting and eventually you'll be like Kara. That's good. What we're going to do next. So You're going to grab a hold of the band, okay? And you're just going to do some twisting rows. So I want your hand to twist as you kind of go towards you and away. I also want you a little bit in a staggered stance, okay? 15 to 25 of those. And then I'll give you the second thing. Got it? Yep, each side. Gang, we are about 4.5 minutes down. Five minutes down, gang. One more minute. We got 2 exercises after this, and then we're done. So you're going to rest a minute, and then you're going to do that again. Other way. So go towards you. Yeah. And then as you pull it up, away. Yes. Okay, we got about 5 seconds. Finish each side. Make sure you're even. All right, guys, that is time. Okay. So the last 2 exercises we got pullovers and we got a single arm press in a half kneeling position. For the pullovers, we've been working on these for a while. It's a great exercise. A couple different ways you can do it. So if you have a foam roller, you can do it on the foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, you can do it on a bench. If you don't have a bench or a foam roller, just do it on the floor. But foam roller would be the best thing in this scenario for you to get. His bench is a little bit too expensive just to lay in it for this exercise. So if you don't have foam roller, movement looks identical. You just lay down on the floor, okay? You won't be able to go through as big a range of motion, but that's okay. So you can use one dumbbell and grab onto it with both hands, or you can use one dumbbell in each hand, whichever feels more comfortable for you, all right? I'm going to do one dumbbell and held in both hands. My elbows are not necessarily locked, but they're definitely straight, okay? They're not bent, all right? So I'm going to let the weight nice and slow fall to the floor. Or I should say I slowly lower the weight to the floor, not fall to the floor. And then I'm going to bring the weight back up so that the weight is roughly in line with my shoulders, all right? So it's nice and slow on the back, trying to go as big a range of motion as you can. And then we come back up a little bit faster. Okay, so that's the first exercise, pullovers. Second exercise, overhead press, but we're going to do that in a half kneeling position. Now, what I'm looking for, so I've got a pad, my knees on the floor, so I'm in this position, all right? I'm going to press. In the grand scheme of things, I don't necessarily care which side you press off of. However, it would be the side on the leg that's down. It's not a big deal if you press on the other side. Might feel a little bit less balanced, okay? But in the grand scheme of things, I need you pressing the weight in one hand, and then you switch to the opposite side, and you press the weight in the opposite hand. Okay? Okay. So we're going to do 3 sets, 6 minutes. We got 10 to 20 pullovers. We got 10 to 20 overhead presses. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Sandra, you're going to come on over here. Come on over here. You're okay. Yeah, grab those 5s. And then you're going to do presses. And you're going to do 2 sets. Okay, hold on. So, all right. You're going to do 2 sets. In that same format that we've been doing. So make sure you're equal on both sides. You can either do all one side and then match it to the other, or do both and then again match it straight up to the ceiling. Gang, for the overhead presses, you can do what Kara's doing. So Kara's keeping the weight in the same position the entire time. That's fine. If your hand wants to rotate, so as you're pressing, if your hand kind of wants to rotate while you're pressing, that's fine too. Kara, feel okay? Feel okay? Kitchen table. My case card's in the living room, I think. So you only have 2 sets, and you're done. Then you're done. Rest. Good. For the pullovers, gang. Big thing for the pullovers is just that you're able to get your arms over top of your head without any pain. That's the number one goal of this exercise. Now, let's say that you can do that no problem. Then what we're looking for is we're looking for you to feel it in your lats. Some of you might feel a little in your tricep. That's not necessarily bad. It's not great. But the lats is what you should be feeling. And we're going 6 minutes. This is the last circuit we have, last 2 exercises we have. You okay? No. We are coming up on 4 minutes. Nope. You're done. No more. Gang, if the overhead press is bothering your knee, try and use something a little bit more padded to kneel on. You can also do this in a staggered stance. So basically just do it standing with your feet kind of split a little bit. You're done. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's nonsense to unfortunately, doctors almost never give great advice concerning exercise because they just don't understand it. But to be like, yeah, don't work out as much. It's like, well, we could just do it a little bit easier, you know, because it's the exposure that we want. It's not the intensity. Yes. But yeah, and that's a little bit of a dangerous situation because when you're feeling stronger and your conditioning is better, you're like, hey, I can do more because I don't get as tired. But the problem with that is that you might be doing too much. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah. Because it's all cumulative. All the energy that you expend, it's all accumulates. So with you being able to do more work around the house, well, that means that ultimately you're burning more calories. And then you're coming in here and you're doing more work in here because you can move around easier. Means you're burning more calories, right? Um, so it all feeds into that recovery piece. Ken, we got 30 seconds. 30 seconds and you're done. Finish whatever it is that you are doing. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Like I said, gang, finish whatever it is you're doing. That is time. Time. Resty rest. Good job. Good job, my at-home crew. First workout of new program done. Good job, gang. Good job, my in-house crew. Virtual high fives for everybody.
I'm excited. I start physical therapy today.
What are you doing, PT, for the wrist or the IT band?
Yeah, I climbed Mount Cube the other day and it killed me coming down.
Yeah, the IT band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
around my knee.
Yeah, around the knee.
Anyway, see
Yeah.
what
Okay.
happens.
Yeah, let me know how it goes.
I will. Thanks, Ben. See you next time.
You're welcome. See you, Suzanne. See you, Sandy.